Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm Kel McDonald. I make comics you can read at kelmcdonald.com.
And I am Alina Pete, and I make comics you can read at alina-pete.com.
We're gonna talk about some Hot D.
Oh, it's Hot D time.
Um,
Hot D.
uh,
I wanna,
what
I wanna just draw
I
some dragons.
I have not actually watched the finale of Hot D, but I don't care about spoilers, and I already watched the tinfoil hat guys I like to
Cool.
listen to talk about it, so I already know about the big
The thing
spoilers.
is, I
Uh,
I don't watch Hot D, but I am aware of it from like the Tumblr sphere. So I saw a ton
mhm.
of spoilers for today's episode, or last night's, whenever it airs.
Sunday.
Sunday. And I can tell you what I know based on my very limited knowledge
All
of
right, what
Hot
do you
D.
think happened?
I think that there was a shitty guy who's got blonde hair like all of them, but he's the shittiest of the blonde
Mm-hmm.
hair boys. And he's real
Mm-hmm.
snarky and angry. And he had a beef with the good boy, who is the son of the queen, or not the
There's two
queen,
queens. There's two
one of the
queens.
queens. And she like was like, my boy, things are bad. To be safe, you and your dragon need to get out of here. Go fly free, my friend. And he went, okay, I'm gonna jump on my cool dragon and we're gonna go fly. And then bad boy, the snarky face, was like, I'm gonna scare my cousin with my dragon, but my dragon has like dragon
It
PTSD.
it's
And then
it's not
she
his
went,
cousin. It's his nephew.
it's his
But
gotcha.
yeah.
But his
Okay.
old
So
lady dragon, who has dragon PTSD, was like, "What's that? There's some prey flying away from us. How about I chomp the ever living hell out of both of them?"
okay.
And then he was sad about it, or not sad, but at least like, shit, I have to explain this now.
Okay.
That's all. That's what I have gleaned from the Tumblr verse.
Okay. So what really happened?
I've drawn our dragon
Last
sonas today.
episode. So last episode, not the finale, but the penultimate episode.
Yeah,
Um,
I should
King
give your
dies.
dragon a bow tie.
And uh uh the fractions are called the blacks and the greens.
Right.
So
Are the black people that people are mad about, or at least racists are mad about, are they the blacks or the greens?
they are on Team Black,
Gotcha.
mostly because they are married to the the queen who is the Black Queen.
Let me tell you, I am glad that there are black people on the show because
Mm-hmm.
it's just a lot of white people in white wigs, and I
Mm-hmm.
could not tell you how many characters there are. But I always recognize the really
Okay.
handsome black dude in his white wig and the black lady in her white wig.
Okay. So Team Green
Yeah.
is the stepmom. Uh, the Green Queen is the stepmom of the Black Queen.
Ah.
Um, and Black Queen was pronounced heir by her dad because he didn't have any other kids. And she was like 15 when her dad married Green Queen.
Gotcha.
Green Queen proceeded to then have 4 kids. The one with the eye patch, that's the bad one that
Mm-hmm.
you saw people talk about,
Yeah. Doesn't
is
he?
the
And he's like
second
shoved a
oldest.
gem in his eye socket or something.
Yeah, because he's weird. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
so anyway, Green Queen's second son is Eye Patch Guy who shoved a thing in his eye.
Cool. Cool. Good.
Um, and he has the biggest dragon
Yeah.
that is
She's like a big
alive
old lady dragon. She's real old.
because basically since dragons have live longer than people,
Yeah.
um she is one of the dragons that helped conquer Westeros.
Gotcha.
And so since the biggest dragon at that time has already died, she is now the biggest dragon.
Gotcha. So
Also,
that's where she picked up the dragon
dragons.
PTSD.
Also, we're saying she, but
Yeah.
the dragons might not have gender.
Right.
Anyway, so penultimate episode, King dies. Green Queen is like, I'm gonna crown my oldest son king. Even though my husband wanted the wanted his daughter to take the throne and not my son. And so Eve Bess, who is married to the handsome black dude.
Right.
She also has a cool dragon.
Cool. Good to have a cool dragon.
And she basically last episode crashed the coronation on her dragon.
Oh, that's
and
the lady you
for
were telling me
whatever
about.
reason did not kill any of the green team.
Right. She just showed up.
She really could have ended that civil war
like right now
in that moment, and just didn't. Anyway,
that was a choice.
Black Queen is married to Matt Damon.
Ah, right.
But her first husband.
Matt Smith?
I mean, yeah, not Matt Damon. Matt Smith. His name is Damon in the show.
Got you, but he's Matt Smith.
Yes, but he's Matt Smith.
Good.
Okay, so she. So
I was confused because I was like, wait a minute. Yeah,
Black Queen is married to Matt Smith, who is her uncle.
Right.
But her first husband was the son of Hot Black Dude and the older lady who has a cool dragon and did not end the Civil War for whatever reason.
Yeah. She could have. She did not.
And so all of Black Queen's kids with her first husband are supposedly Hot Black Guy's grandkids.
Gotcha.
But they are not black, so it's very clear that they are not actually his grandkids.
Right. You mentioned that in the book it's more nebulous, but in the show they were like, we're gonna make him a black guy, and like it's very, very obvious these are not his children.
So at first it was like, well, the oldest of her kids, because she was married to Black Guy's only son, they would have gotten that guy's lordship.
Right.
But when it looked like he was gonna die, that older lady with the dragon argued, well, those kids aren't really our grandkids. So we should not give them this lordship.
Right.
But then she made a compromise with the Black Queen that her other grandkids who are both girls, would marry the two boys that the two oldest boys of the Black Queen.
Gotcha.
So
and she's like, look, we could have some war about this, or we could just do some politics. Let's choose politics.
So that makes Team Black better at negotiating than Team Green.
Yeah.
So what happened in the episode it is the last episode starts with what we just found out about the Team Green crowning this kid king even though the Black Queen's supposed to take the throne.
Right. So that's a
And
problem.
she's like, we have to send messages to other lords first. And we have to show that we're like powerful. So she sends Matt Smith's character to one lord, like her oldest son to another lord, and second oldest son to another lord.
Gotcha.
Second oldest son was apparently going to the same lord as One-Eyed guy.
One-eyed Snark Boy.
Yeah. And One-Eyed Snark Boy, like, killed his nephew.
Gotcha.
So you saying that he is a good boy is doing a lot of work of characterization that the show did not do.
He just looked like a good little guy.
He is a good. Yeah, I assume that he is a good boy because when Hot Black Dude, who he thinks is his grandpa, came up to him and was like, hey, this is the Driftmark, and one day when you're older, you'll be Lord of Driftmark. And the little boy's response is, I don't want to be Lord of Driftmark. And he's like, what? It's your birthright. You should be excited about that. And then he goes, if I'm Lord of Driftmark, then that means everyone's dead. And so
good.
That's kind of the only characterization moment
that
we
he's
got,
had.
and that is why Tumblr has deemed him a good boy.
Aw.
But he did that when he was like 5 or 6 and played by a younger actor. Now he is played by a older actor. Who knows if he's actually a good boy or not? And now he's dead, and we'll never know.
We'll never know. I was gonna say he was played by a different actor. Now he got bitten in half and fell into an ocean. Or at least his dragon did.
Yes. So
I've seen so many reaction gifs of that one-eye Snark Boy sort of being like, oh,
And it's not so much that One-Eyed Snark Boy's dragon has PTSD. It is One-Eyed Snark Boy, for all his cockiness and snark, actually maybe doesn't know how to control his dragon.
Gotcha. I also saw a lot of things where they were like, none of the women in the show listen to the men, and it's great, and the dragon is just the latest example. At least a lot of the older women in this show, they're all like, yeah, whatever, men. You don't, young men, you have no idea what you're talking about. We've been politicking in this game forever. Not listening to you.
I mean, Team Black, her sons are at least listening to her. Like, she didn't know that One-Eye was going to show up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, you got, it's basically like the One-Eyed Snark Boy got his dragon later than everyone else.
So it doesn't listen to him.
It might be a situation of he hasn't had as long enough time to like hook up with his dragon and or like create the mental connections that he needs or whatever to properly control it. And he wanted to scare Good Boy, not kill him.
Yeah.
And since he hasn't had his like Good Boy's dragon hatched when he was a baby, so they basically have been together their entire lives.
Yeah. And it looked like it. Like they were, when they were flying, they looked real cool. They were on a mission. They knew what they were doing.
What's really funny is One-Eyed Snark Boy
Yeah.
was giving his older brother some sass last episode before his older brother took the throne. Had a lot of, while you were partying, I studied the blade energy.
Good.
Because One-Eyed Snark Boy's older brother is a huge fuckboy. Like,
Gotcha.
they're trying to find him so they can like get him to be like, all right, here's the plan on us crowning you king. And he's like, I don't want to be king. I want to sit in this whorehouse and fuck more prostitutes and then drink some more, and
Good.
I don't want to be on the throne. And he's like, I'm ill-suited to the throne, and One-Eyed Snark Boy is like, you'll have no argument from me, but you gotta get up and do it. And it's
good.
One-Eyed Snark Boy gets called Kinslayer throughout the whole rest of the series, which apparently really bothers him.
He's sure gonna, because, he just murdered
he
Good
did,
Boy.
He just murdered his nephew.
So he's our
Even though it was
Jamie
an accident.
Lannister. Yeah. This season's
well,
Jamie
no,
Lannister.
see, Jamie Lannister is Kingslayer.
That's true.
Kinslayer is even worse.
Kinslayer's even worse. You can kill a king, but like killing your own kin, it's a problem.
Yeah. But that was one of the arguments on why older lady who could have ended
should have
the Civil War didn't, like, well, those were all her cousins and whatnot.
Oh, right. So she was like, I don't want to be a kinslayer.
Yeah. But she's fine with like murdering 200 common folk people. So
yeah, just to make an entrance, to make a point. I may actually have to run soon here. I'm just seeing, I have some new messages. I'm just checking them. I was telling Kel earlier, anybody who's in the chat, that I have a friend who has got an emergency and might need some help. Nothing like super serious, but like needs someone else around. Let me see here. Just doing a text here. Yeah, I went on to Tumblr today to go and look at my usual Nona spoilers, and Tumblr apparently was nothing but HotD, and I went, well, I think there was a finale or something.
Yeah. Also, there was a finale. Briefly
before I have to run, I also I'm gonna say some Doctor Who spoilers now because I am very excited. I saw the regeneration. And I am, so everybody's losing their mind because they're like, oh no, they did the regeneration wrong. They, her halo was too big. She had all the shiny energies, and they've gotten away from that in recent transformations. But B, like, her clothes changed, and that never happens when she regenerate. They must have just been afraid to show David Tennant women's clothing. And I was like, no, you fools. You fools. Clearly something else is going on here, because when the Doctor regenerates, they don't regenerate into someone that they used to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is a weird thing that's happening. But also, David Tennant isn't coming back as the new Doctor. We already know the new Doctor. And it's not David Tennant. This is a weird in-between out-of-time thing. So calm yourselves down. Yeah. It's a setup for the big anniversary episode.
I stopped watching when it was revealed that who River Song was.
Gotcha.
I was like, that's the stupidest thing that's ever happened on television.
I'm out now. Okay, I should get going here pretty soon, looks like. My aid is required. Beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. I should go.
Well, thank you for the very brief
Yeah,
joining.
I liked chatting
Uh,
about HotD. That was great. I wanted
Hot
to see
D.
how much Tumblr, like a brief, not even 5 minute glance at Tumblr, was correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, fare thee well. I'm gonna keep drawing and streaming. You have a good
Sounds
one.
good. Hopefully, I might be back before the end of our usual time because it shouldn't take very long. I will let you know
Okay.
if I am back and up
All
for
right.
a stream. But
All right.
for
Bye.
those in my chat, thanks for joining me. I will be back later.